Hello people! As I mentioned in a previous video on fixing my back gear, I'm going to make a thread protector for the spindle. So I've chosen this piece of, it's my hex bar. I'll clean most of the rust off. I want to leave it as hex. That's as cut off the bar, nice and rusty. But I want to leave it as hex, so I've got some, I can get a spanner on and undo it. So the plan is bore this out. So far I've got a measurement for the depth, and that is 35mm or 1.380 inches, and that's got to be a 1.5 by 6 TPI thread. Okay, I've put a little hole in there with the centre drill, so now we want to pilot drill it. Set up for a boring bar. Right, so what we first want to get the first one is, like I've said before, what I want to do is have the hole, which is going to be the other way around, I want it to be smaller than that diameter. What have we got there? 1.15, but I want it, let's just slide, that's 1.1. yeah, so if I go for 1.2, 1.3, should give some clearance, shouldn't it? Let's see how that works. We'll have that a little faster. good enough for that. That's the kind of fit I wanted. Now I'll just set this up. Thought I'd use this thing that I used as the register for when I was cutting the back gear, but I've set the distance between the end of there and there at 35mm or 1.38 inches. So as soon as that is touching on there, it's only held on with a magnet. Yeah, it's got a that little thing. It's out of a hard drive. It's quite a powerful little magnet. But that'll just go onto there. It doesn't have to touch, but when I see that getting very near, I know I'm going to be at the right depth. So let's give it a look then. And this, for a dimension, because this is the threading size, is about 1.32. It's 1.3 1/8, I believe. Call it the Zeus book. Perhaps that isn't such a good idea. Too much crap around it. Well, kind of worked. I'll have to fix this on some other way, don't I? Oh, we'll think about it. But I think I'm going to call it a day for today. I'll come back to this tomorrow. I got rid of that magnet thing on there. I've put a bar down here. And if you can see that, clamped it on, and it's just going to stop the carriage now. So we're achieving the same thing. So, where were we at? I've been asleep since we last did this, so let's have a look, see. We are at 1.11 and we want 1.32, so there's a little ways to go yet. Okay. 1.32, spot on. Actually, that could be just a little bit under. That's all right. I'm sure they said the threading size. Now that's a question I've got to ask. In my Zeus book, when I'm reading through these, now I'm going for Whitworth thread. Whitworth thread's 55 degree, so I'm going for 1.5. Now that says tapping drills. Now I'm not going to use a tap on this, I'm going to thread it on the lathe. Do you have the same size for threading on the lathe as you do on if you're drilling it to use a tap? I assume you do, because I've never seen any other. But it's just I don't know. Does anybody know the answer to that? For 1.5 Whitworth we've got on here 1.3189. So that's near enough. 1.32, which I'm slightly under 1.32, so I'm probably right on. But if anybody knows the answer to that, are those dimensions for where it says for drilling, for tapping or tapping drills, is that the same for threading on the lathe for an internal as it is for using a tap? Be interesting to know. Right, we are to size on that, and this is my cutter. It's a hell of a boring bar, but I've ground that. As far as I can tell, that is the correct angle. Where did I put the fishtail? Okay, I found it. So that is correct. And as far as I can tell, let's use this. That'll do. Put that square on. I don't know why that's sat up at that angle, but it is for some strange reason. Yeah, that's angled correctly. So now I guess it's just a case of setting it up. So I want to set there. I want 35mm from the other end. Right, let's see how this is going to work. Bring it by hand to the stop. That's it. Set my 0. Right. Wind out one turn. And scratched it. Right, so bring it back the other way, and then we want to put a little bit of cut on. That side. 4, 5, 6. That's I can't see. That's it's hard to measure an internal thread. Yep. Yes, I can see better now. Spot on. Should I have chamfered that? Probably I should have, shouldn't I? Oh, what?